Joe Calzaghe retired because of the same reasons that plagued Rocky Marciano. Joe had a hard time getting himself up for fights, and he wasn't getting the rewards that normally these other fighters were getting that were lesser than him. And it was frustrating. It's frustrating for a fighter to know he's better than the next guy, and the next guy's getting more money than he is. And it's like, look, I got enough money. I'm just going to get out the game. Why am I putting my body through this? He went through a lot of injuries near the end of his career, and it was starting to wear on him. And he's getting injured for what he feels is lesser pay. So what he wanted to do was step out of the fold and let somebody else build himself up to make a big fight. But it never happened because no one in that division built up enough stature to make a big revenue fight. Like Carl Froch might be the biggest payday Joe Calzaghe could get. And he would probably come out of retirement if they paid him $10 million to fight Carl Froch. But is Carl Froch worth $10 million? No. He already beat Kessler. Andre Ward wouldn't even generate $10 million. Because I felt that Ward wasn't promoted right. I don't think they did the right things with Andre Ward when they had the opportunity to make something huge. Plus, he keeps getting injured. So, it is what it is. It comes with the sport. The injuries come with any sport. And this year is just the injury bug has bitten everybody. Right, but Marciano went through the same. Right. Well, when Ali came, Sonny Liston was before him. Sonny Liston came in and was just knocking people out, just brute power, come through knocking people out. But Sonny Liston had a personality of a rock, and basically Sonny Liston was like the bully of boxing. Nobody wanted to see Sonny Liston as the heavyweight champion of the world. For his mob connection and everything else, nobody wanted to see him. So at the end of the day, they decided to come up with an idea, a strategy. Like, okay, we're going to get rid of Sonny Liston one day, but we need somebody who can even challenge him. And it was a guy that they couldn't even stand in Muhammad Ali, who was Cassius Clay at the time. They didn't like him because he talked so much. And they just felt like, okay, now we got a bag Liston, a guy we can't stand. But this is the fight we can root for Liston in because we hate this guy even more. But he's got a personality. He can sell a fight. This guy's mouth is going 100 miles an hour. So they put him in there, and once the best scenario happened, he dominated Sonny Liston like he said he was going to do. Now that the motor mouth then won, you kidding me? Now we shift all the attention to him. Forget Sonny Liston. He's done. So now all the focus is on Ali. At the time he was Clay, but still, it's all him. And the public's going crazy. They ate it up. He done shook up the world. It took boxing by storm, and they built the heavyweight division back up. So when Ali was fighting Floyd Patterson and all these guys and beating them, and Chicago was the home of all these fights. Ali used to live here. I won't say his first wife, because I don't know which number wife he was on at that time, but one of his first wives is from Chicago. So when he'll come here, he lived here. He was on the south side a lot, and everybody embraced him. And all the fights then was at the Chicago Stadium. So my grandfather used to go to these fights all the time, and Floyd Patterson got beat so bad he left in a disguise. Dude had on a nose and a wig and some eyeglasses and snuck out. Somebody took a picture of him though as he was sneaking out as he wore a disguise to get out of the press conference and get away from the fans because he was embarrassed that Ali beat him so bad. Yeah, man, it was great times then when the heavyweight division. Well, yes, the heavyweight division will come back. It will come back because you're having more of the heavyweight division to come back because you got more. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You have more young fighters who are saying there's an opening for heavyweight champion of the world. I don't play basketball. And I don't want to be an offensive lineman. I can be heavyweight champion of the world.